Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin called Chiliz and let you know it's probably one you want to pay close attention to here in the next few weeks. And I'll explain why. But first, I wanted to go over this Google Trends search term, how to buy Bitcoin. Because I saw somebody talking about this on another video and I saw the chart and I thought this was rather interesting on how to buy Bitcoin is a Google search term that is increasing. So regular retail are wondering how to buy Bitcoin. So the word's getting out there probably a little bit on the streets, like, look how cheap Bitcoin is possibly. You know, last time it had a spike, and that's the projected right here for the end of the month. So the 31st Google Trends. And this is pretty good data, guys, I think. This is probably more reliable than the on-chain data for it, probably right here. Last time it spiked like this was December of 2020, January 21, right in that area. So that's the third wave peak on Bitcoin. And then the other one back here 5 years ago, that was the peak back in the 2017 bull run. And then peak here, and it's increasing again. And here's the states, and the Hawaii, New York, Nevada, California, Alaska, Florida. So these are the areas, but the areas that they're interested in it: New York, Florida, Hawaii, Alaska. You know, so I thought that's interesting. And the other interesting thing too is look at all these queries that are increasing on, it says breakout, on about the queries that people are searching in Google. How to buy Dogecoin on eToro. I don't know if you can buy Dogecoin on eToro. Maybe you can. Buy Dogecoin on eToro. Cash. How to buy Dogecoin on stock. So there's more people. How to buy Tesla stock. Okay. How to buy Tesla stock on eToro. Buy Bitcoin on Cash App. These are breakout queries right now. Buy Ethereum on eToro. That are coming. How to buy Bitcoin on eToro. How to buy an NFT. How to send Bitcoin on Cash App. So I thought this interesting. I think that's pretty good data. That's positive data, in my opinion, and that supports my thesis that Bitcoin is probably coming down into a wave to complete it. So I blew up this weekly chart on Bitcoin. And I think there's one more dump right down there, guys. One more nice dump. How's it going to get down there remains to be seen. I say it's something like this, guys. Some sort of dump. So there's a fourth wave, came to price territory, wave one, and then right back down there like so, guys. Something like that. It's not going to take the path. But anyhow, let's go over Chiliz. I'm going to show you guys something here on Chiliz that's looking rather interesting to me. Chiliz wave stopped right there. And this is looking like your traditional flat move. Okay. There's a couple things you want to pay attention to on Chiliz. And a 2.0 could be a target area on Chiliz 2.0 and even down to 2.72 in that area. So obviously, this is the area you want to be paying attention to on Chiliz. Make sure it doesn't break that low, right? And up into a wave, correcting that wave. So what does Chiliz have left in it? About almost 20%. What's Bitcoin have in it? Let's check out what Bitcoin has from its current price target. Bitcoin down, let's say Bitcoin goes down 15, 16%. Question remains, is Chiliz going to hold on to that low? Okay. Now it could come down and test that low. Don't give up on Chiliz if it's even right down there. We're close to that low. Why? Let's go back in history and look at why. Look at Chiliz wave right here. Okay. Up in this wave, back down, up, boom. March of 2020. And you see that? Look how close it came right there. You take your little line right there. Boom. You see that? How many would have bought that right there? And boom, it was off into its third wave. So that's the whole thing. I want to let you guys know. I want to go over into the counts or anything like that with Chiliz. But this is all that I'll be doing right here. You just need on a weekly chart. And where's Chiliz going to go to? Right, and stays above that mark right there, 0.0802 more or less. And then Chiliz could really be setting itself up for a pretty decent rip, in my opinion, guys. You know, Bitcoin comes down right to this area, Chiliz right down into this area, and can get out of there, guys. That's what I'm looking at. You know, I didn't expect Chiliz to go this deep, but it looks like it's typical for its wave 2 correction. Okay. So you had this one at first that I was looking at with Chiliz. Okay. Looked kind of similar there. And it was going to be similar up there if it maintained that sequence in that area with Chiliz. Okay. Right there. But no, it came down. It's coming down real deep. Okay. So now what's Chiliz looking like? Let me erase that. You have this whole area with a really deep wave 2 correction, comparable to this one right here during the 2020 crash. Okay, so Chiliz is basically doing what some of the other tech stocks are doing right now, just crashing potentially in a wave 2. Now, here's the deal, the strategy with it, right? Okay, so let's say Chiliz is here and it comes back down and it significantly breaks that, right? So what you do, you have an arsenal of other assets that stay bullish. As an example, like Quant or maybe a Matic, and you just let Chiliz go, and then you put your capital out to work for you in ones that are already bullish, and they can take off. This is not to say Chiliz, if it breaks that, it can't make a move out of there, but that wouldn't be a good look for Chiliz. But I have a strong suspicion that I bet Chiliz is going to go right down there and test that low and get everybody bearish on Chiliz. That's what I'm going to guess. Just like probably right over here. It's like this. So it remains to be seen. I'll be paying attention to Chiliz for sure. And if it does happen to hold that low, there's 256. You probably don't want to miss that move right over there. Okay. That's a really good setup. For those that are new to my channel, one of the best places to buy assets, okay, is in a second wave, especially a deep second wave correction. So let's say it starts right there, 0.082, went up into a wave. It's coming back down and complete a second wave correction, right? You enter in there, there's your stop, and boom, you go into that wave. Just like over here. Similar over here. Easier said than done, but here's your 1, your 2. This is a whole nother 1, 2. That's the third wave all the way up to there. And correct it over here, just as an example, guys. Okay? Potentially. Or it could have been there. Something like that. Okay? For Chiliz. And that's the area. And then you get into that. And then you get the meat of the move. This move over here is not going to be as big as this one, obviously. Okay? So targets up there could be 30+%. 30 cents, I mean, or maybe even beyond that, guys. 40 cents, 45 cents, or something like that with Chiliz, which would be pretty significant. I know a lot of people are pretty bearish in the markets right now, and they're expecting more. I was reading some expecting more of a crash. It's going to go down. This is the end of the grand super cycle and stuff like that. Look, guys, I take everything with a pinch of salt that people are talking about the end of the world and the grand super cycle, because I've been hearing it since I was a kid, since after the 80s, after the bear market from 70s kind of came out with that and everything, and everybody's been expecting that, and ever since then. Markets usually have a way of correcting themselves out, if you will, okay? So I don't see the end of the world coming up anytime soon. That's just my take on it. I think we got a few more years, possibly even decades left for something like that to go on. And the Fed realizes this too, guys. Even though a lot of people get on YouTubes and on the news, say, "Oh, those guys aren't so smart. They don't know." No, they know what they're doing a little bit there, guys. So don't underestimate them. If they didn't know what they were doing, the real crash would have probably already happened. Who knows? Years ago, more than likely. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor: drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.